Hi, good evening, boys and girls, ladies and gents. Welcome to our Wednesday night live stream of Sim Race South Africa. It's the Division 2 race tonight from Espanyol Circuit de Catalunya in Barcelona. Tonight we've got a good couple of cars already out on the track as we've just started our 15-minute qualifying. Currently on board here with our very own Ryan Hill, busy on an outlap, so everyone's just gone round for their first laps and we're about to get going for the actual timing system now to start getting our first lap times. It's Alan Paterson here tonight, and I'm on my own in the booth, so bear with me and I'll do my best. And welcome to all of those watching on our YouTube channel. Hello, Corne Briet. Okay, so we're on our way. Ryan going through the this amphitheater here, as we like to call it. It's a bowl section that you can see is just completely surrounded by grandstands. Must be an incredible area to sit and watch the races from. As he comes down through the last chicane and onto the start-finish line. And there we go. First lap times coming up. We've got Rob Walker, a 1:35.4, closely followed by Craig Hunter, 1:35.6, and Ryan, a 1:36.2. There's our first three guys over the line at the moment. So we've got Rob Walker on mediums at the moment. In quali we've got Craig Hunter, he's on mediums, Ryan on mediums, Andoni Antipas, don't recognize the name, I'm sure he's a new chap to our series, he's also on mediums. And the only person that's out there on softs is Stefanus Engelbrecht, and those tires must be blood red already after 2 laps. Zander Klingen here qualifying on hards. Moritz on mediums, Moritz Malherbe, Gerard Pretorius on mediums, Renaud Olivier on mediums, and Warwick Stewart on mediums. So total drivers tonight we've got 10. 10. We were supposed to have Jason Kutsia, he hasn't joined us. There were possibly a few others that were going to come on, but there must have been a problem somewhere, so we'll be following these guys for now. Oh, Rob Walker stuck in the kitty litter. That's not going to help, pal. Corne, thanks, buddy. He also qualified on hards, but he did the race on mediums. Did it the other way around. Very interesting. Craig Hunter goes into pole with a 1:35.2. And there are 9.5 minutes left here, so just under 10 minutes. We've got so far 5 people with some times up on the boards. Hunter, Walker, Hill, Antipas, excuse, I'm not too sure how to pronounce it. Antipas, I think, and Engelbrecht. Those are the only drivers at the moment. Renaud Olivier, here he comes. He's probably starting an outlap here, and we'll watch his lap and his delta. Guys have probably been having a bit of a rough time getting around the track. It's a new track that we haven't been to for quite a while, and I think a lot of these guys, besides their practicing, it's the first time racing at Circuit de Catalunya. Great part of the world. I've been lucky enough to be in there. Spanish food's amazing, really friendly, awesome beaches on the Mediterranean. Yeah, what more can I say? So Engelbrecht currently in the pits, Renault Ulifi, oh, gets a bit of a lockup as he comes into the quick left right through that part of the track. I'm not too sure. Up here to Campsa, this is quite a fast, it's a gentle lift and then flat out through there. Oh dear, we've got a Louis Safontaine disconnect. Hope he can get back in. Zander Klingen also out on the track. Oh, and he spins as I go to him. Sorry, Zander. Keep on trying, buddy. Back to Renault. He's going through the last chicane complex onto the start-finish line. He is up on his delta, so hopefully this is a official lap here. And he jumps into 7th place, a 139.6. So, Craig Hunter, currently the quickest man on the track. 134 is the first to go under the 35, so 134.9. Let's think back to Monday night where we were seeing a lot of 133s. So, to get into the 134s, excellent effort. Rob Walker. Oh, he must have had a spin. He's crawling out of that section of the track and I'm not too sure what he's doing. A little bit of off-roading going on here. Back to our YouTube guys. simCP Racing. Antipas is correct. Thank you very much and welcome to the channel. Interesting. Cornet Briet saying hard tyres with low fuel was quicker as it didn't overheat, but race pace was off with hards and fuel for him. So, hello Gert Snyman. Welcome to the channel. Right, he's in the pits. Craig Hunter, 134.9. Still at the top of the leaderboard. Here we see Rob Walker busy coming. No, he's still in the pits. That's Moritz having a bad time of it. Guys are struggling out there by the looks of things. Gerard Pretorius, he does a 137.6 into 6th place. Stefanos Engelbrecht, a 138.5. And Renault's got a lap in, a 139.6. Well done, Renault. Keep going, buddy. So, 8 drivers, 8 qualifying times at the moment. I am missing... let me try and work out who's not up there at the moment. Okay, Zander Klingen, we need a time from you, chap. Come on now. Here we go. This is the start of a quick lap for you. Let's do this. We'll go on board. We'll see how he gets round the Barcelona track. Turns into the turn 1. Elf corner, sponsored corner clearly. Quick right left and then this long right hander which just pulls you out to the outside. Renault curve according to the corner sponsors. In we go here, another sponsored corner, Repsol. Then another gentle hairpin or U-turn back towards the middle sector. Coming down now to this quick left-right section. Got to be precise through here and got to trust the car. Whoops, and there he goes. Oh, bit of a bad luck there, son. I'm sure you'll be okay in the race, buddy. Alright, Craig Hunter. Currently up on his delta, 1/10, 1.5 tenths. Let's follow him around for this lap. Andoni, what are we saying here? simCP Racing. Man, what a mission to get Andoni in. Andoni Antipas, currently in 3rd place. Maybe he was having some issues connecting to the server, I'm not too sure. But glad he's on board and there. Louis Safontaine currently in the pits and just disconnected again. He must be having a terrible ping rate or a bad connection wherever he is. So, how's Craig Hunter doing? He's on his delta at the moment. Flat sticks on the throttle, flat onto the brakes now. Hard braking corner this. And he's still in positive figures as he goes through this complex. Brank Sabadell. Si. I speak very good French. Gracias. And the last chicane. Here we go. Quick right and left. Oh, and he skipped the right. And he's going into the pits. Okay. Just under 3 minutes to go. Craig Hunter, 134.9. Mr. Rob Walker, 135.4. He's a little bit down on his delta as he goes on to the start finish. 1/10 down, 1.5 tenths. Yeah, you got to carry speed out there. Ryan Hill, Andoni Antipas. He's a good deal down on this delta, so we'll come back to him. Ryan Hill, how are we doing? Oh, he's up. Here we go. Going into the last sector. And he's kind of there or thereabouts. Into the quick chicane section here with these huge sausage curbs. You do not want to be hitting those. They will ruin your evening. Yes, carrying a 1/10 out that last corner. This will be a little improvement. A 136.055 for Ryan Hill. Moritz Malherbe in 5th place, 136.3, and he's a good 2/10 up on his delta here. We'll keep up with him here, carrying a lot of speed through that corner. Grazie Spanish. Italian. Si, that's what works for me. Melvin Coase, evening. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Okay, Moritz, 2.5 tenths up. Into the last left-right chicane. He's not going to be held up with traffic. If anything, he'll get a bit of a draft from wherever's a little bit up the road there. But he's carrying, he got good speed out that corner. Here comes a good lap time. Moritz, yes, all the way up into 3rd, an excellent 136.024. And as I say that, our man Zander Klingen has just pipped him with a 135.8 with 40 seconds of qualifying left. Talk about leaving it until the very last moment. But Zander's in there. Craig Hunter sitting in the pits. So we've got Walker on the track, Klingen, Malherbe, Antipas, Hill, Stewart just went over the line. Warwick Stewart, he's made it in, and he's currently going positive in his delta. So hopefully he can improve. This will be the last laps for these guys before the start of the race. So let's see how it goes. We've got 10 official times, but I count 11 drivers on my server count. So Stefan Engelbrecht's there. It's Gerard Pretorius is there. Warwick Stewart. Yes. I'm not too sure. Zander. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Sorry, 10 drivers. We're even. Everyone's got times up. Warwick is good here. 3 tenths up. Now 2 tenths. But now 1.5 tenths. Don't slide. Hang on. Yes, carried good speed through there. Yeah, Warwick he's here. 8th place. Did get a time in, so don't worry, Melvin. He's on the board. He's in the race. Warwick goes a whopping 8 tenths up on his delta. If he can finish this is going to plant him very high up the grid. 1.1 seconds. Oh, can you believe it? In the last corner, he threw 1.1 seconds away on the last corner. Okay, well, there's potential there. That was going to be a quick lap. Right, I think that's it for now. We are all done, and we will be back shortly after this advertising break. Alrighty, I'm back with you, and we're on the grid. We're on Stefanus Engelbrecht, or not on board, but following his car, looking ahead. 45 seconds to go, and I'm sure everyone's nerves are there or thereabouts. We'll watch it from the back here. I've just got to get my pace car off the track. Had a bad incident where I left the car on the track at Brands Hatch, so can't have that happening. So we'll come back to this view as soon as the race starts. 10 cars on the grid, everyone on mediums except for Zander Klingen and Moritz Malherbe, who are on the hards. Right, we got lights. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're all on. They're off. Let's go. Okay, here we go. And we've got Moritz going into the first corner. Oh, there's a bit of chaos at the back. Everyone's slowly working it out and getting back onto the track. Oh, Rob's turned around. We've got Reino Ulifi in 9th. Yeah, we've got Andoni Antipas. Oh, and he's taking a dive. Someone's gone into the kitty litter. That looks like Pretorius, I think. Craig Hunter and everyone else further up. This looks... this is 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th as you see it on the track, with Malherbe out in the lead up ahead. We'll stay on board here for the meantime. So Moritz in the lead. We've got Stewart and Hill swapping positions just ahead there, as you can see. Klingen 4th place, just ahead of this car, which is Craig Hunter that we're on board with. And they're locking up into the sharp left-hander. We've got Stewart and Hill next to each other. And here comes Craig Hunter looking around the outside of these three. And down the inside. Oh, and there's no contact. That was close. Excellent. Locks up a little bit into this cluster. Takes a wide berth around the outside onto the start finish, and here we go. DRS is enabled. Everyone can open their wings. And Craig Hunter's wide open, and he's in the draft. He's going to swing down the inside now into the braking zone, as is Hill on Stewart, but he's slowed down. Craig Hunter, excellent pass from him, and Zander Klingen is spinning. Oh dear, bad luck Zander. Come back, buddy, come back. Andoni Antipas goes up into 5th place, as does Engelbrecht. So Zander Klingen's gone back to 7th with that spin, and I'm sure his tyres are going to be hot. We'll move up to a 3rd place man, Ryan Hill here. Currently stretching out a little bit on the track. But we've got a Warwick Stewart, and as I select him, he spins in front of the guys. Oh, terrible place to spin it. Dropped 4 or 5 positions, not too much damage anywhere, and he's up and going again. So Moritz going pretty slowly around right. He's coming out of the sharp hairpin, coming down into the start finish. Let's just go back to this view. There we go. And onto the start finish line. 3.8 seconds up on his delta. So this is a quick lap, and he's stretching a gap of 3.2 seconds out on Ryan Hill, who's now popped up into 2nd place. Just ahead here of Craig. You can see Ryan's running defensive down the inside, Craig coming down the outside, brakes late, cuts across the front, and there's a good line there, and he's got all the grip in the world. Ryan Hill drops down to 3rd place, but he watched it happen. I promise you he's going to do that back to Craig Hunter on the next lap. 2 seconds further back, we've got Andoni Antipas in 4th place with Stefan Engelbrecht 5 seconds back from him. Rob Walker in 8th place has got Zander Klingen in 9th place. And Reiner Ulifi at the back, about 5 seconds off the guy ahead of him, off Zander. So at the moment it's Ryan Hill. Oops, we've got a change here. Pretorius is dropping. Oh, he's in the kitty litter. Yeah, you can see him getting out. There he is. Oh, there was contact with somebody just ahead of him. That looks like Engelbrecht. So, oh yes, Stefanos is now got stuck in the grass. Don't do that, you're gonna back to the pits. Best thing you can do, pal. Renault Ulifi now with Pretorius just in front of him. Bombs it down the inside, is not gonna stop the car in time. Ooh, there's all chaos going on in this corner. Pretorius, Antipas just standing still there. I'm not too sure what was going on there. He's got it going again. He's in 8th place. And Gerard Pretorius also has got going. So you can see the guys just further up ahead. People are missing their braking points. It's all going on here. Peter Geldenhuis, good evening, sir. It's Neyman and Aero Smudge. Welcome to the stream on YouTube, gentlemen. Right, Craig Hunter. Hang on, there's something going on here. We've got Moritz right up behind him, so I think Craig had a little bit of a situation somewhere, but Moritz is closing him down rapidly. That gap is 1 second at the moment, and I'll tell you what, Ryan Hill's not far behind. So this is now the current dice for the first, second and third as you see them ahead. Somewhere somebody had an issue and these guys have clocked out. We've got 14 seconds between Ryan here in 3rd and Warwick Stewart in 4th place. 14 seconds already after 4 laps. Whoops, Ryan hit that sausage. That's what happens. Spin it, mate. Spin it. There you go. Careful now. Careful. Warwick Stewart. Here he comes. Round the top. There's Ryan recovering just ahead of him. He cleaned it up just in time, but Stewart can see him. Further back on the track, Antipas is going forward. He's just overtaken. I think it's Renault Ulifi had a problem here. Pretorius and Antipas have just gone past him. Engelbrecht out the pits, but a lap down here all on his own, unfortunately, but he can maybe get a drive back from here. So, Hunter out in the lead. Malherbe 5 seconds off the pace. Something must have happened that we missed again somewhere. He dropped off. Ryan Hill is 3 seconds back behind him here. Stewart, Ryan Hill 7 seconds back with Stewart 3 seconds behind him. Closest dice at the moment is Pretorius. Gerard Pretorius and Andoni Antipas. As you can see, they're very close on the track here. Love the livery. Gerard Pretorius. It's a great looking livery. And off they go up into the middle sector of this awesome track, Barcelona, Circuit de Catalunya, home to numerous famous drivers. Alonso for one, the Marquez brothers on the motorbikes. What's going on? Craig Hunter. He's out there by 7 seconds over Moritz, who's now having a very lonely race, with Ryan 7 seconds behind him. You can see not much ahead of these guys. Warwick Stewart in 4th place, looking ahead there at Ryan going round the corner. 5th place, Rob Walker. There he's looking ahead at Warwick Stewart. Zander also coming round this corner there up the road, 3 seconds away is Rob Walker. And then Antipas, who's a whole whopping 15 seconds back behind Zander at the moment. But Pretorius and Rainer Ullifeed, these guys are the closest, especially Pretorius on Antipas, as you can see further up. Hunter, yes, Hunter overtook Moritz, correct. Sorry, Corne. Hannes van Wyk, good evening. Welcome to the YouTube channel and the live stream. At the moment, it's very static, as you can see by the timing, except for Pretorius and Andoni. Here's Gerard on the back of Andoni Antipas. This gap is 0.6 of a second, half a second apart, as they go through the last sector here with these huge sausage curbs. It's nice and clean onto the long straight, and we'll open the DRS as soon as you can. Get maximum pace. Antipas a 138.7, Pretorius a 139.0. So a little bit slower, but still going. Into turn 1, into turn 2, and then this long right-hand sweeper. Right, Craig Hunter extending his lead now, 9.5 seconds out from Moritz. Jason Hill slowly closing his gap down to Moritz. It was 7 seconds just now, it's now down to 5. 33, oh, we had a little bit of a lock up there just a moment ago by Antipas. I think what this goes to show, it doesn't matter where actually, oh dear, Mark van Rensburg disconnected from the server. I didn't even have him on the server there actually. So what I was saying is, you can be in 7th, 8th place and have the race of your life. It doesn't always have to be for 1st or 2nd or 3rd. And I think a lot of people will realize that you can have an awesome race and you can be midfield, you can be second last, or you could be first. It's all about having fun in a racing car on a simulator. That's what this game's about. Back up front, let's see how Ryan's doing. It's 4.3 seconds back, so he is slowly, he can now see Moritz in the distance on certain parts of the track, so I'm sure he's driving hard to close this gap down. Moritz 11.7 seconds off Craig Hunter. About 10 minutes to halfway through the race, and some pit stops I'm sure will come into play, and we shall see if anyone goes and changes from mediums to hards or hards to mediums for their second stint. Great to see a nice bunch of guys here on the YouTube channel. Thanks for joining, boys. Yeah, I agree. I think the chase view is a nice view. You get a better sense of what's going on. When you sit inside these cars and that silly halo with its mounted bolt and nut and screw in front of you, it drives me berserk. I prefer this view, and then obviously our TV camera's view, but this allows you to see the gap to the driver up ahead, which currently this is the only, well, it's not. Walker, Rob Walker is looking at a 2-second gap to Stewart. Warwick Stewart just up ahead of him. So he's also driving back towards him, and his delta's in green. So Rob's trying hard to close this gap down. It's currently 2.7, 2.6 seconds to Warwick Stewart. Both of these drivers on mediums, and everyone's on 9 laps except for Stefanus Engelbrecht, who's a lap down after having that issue where he got stuck in the grass. Back to Ryan, and he's definitely... Oh, there was a big lock-up ahead from Moritz Malherbe, so Ryan's definitely closing this gap up, down to 3.6, 3.4, 3.3 seconds. You can see the time just falls. If you get a bad braking point, or you slide or lose traction, whatever it may be, the intermediary gaps between you and the driver, either ahead and behind, they change dramatically. Ryan just missing that sausage curb and hauling onto the main straight. Under 3 seconds now. Malherbe 1:37.8. Ryan a 1:36.7. Almost a second quick on that lap. Stewart a 1:36.9. Same as Ryan Hill. Walker 1:37.0. So guys are lapping 30, about 2.5 seconds off quali kind of times for race pace. Still good. Carrying a bit of extra fuel. Hi Peter on the YouTube channel. Yeah, that gap between Craig Hunt and Moritz has just slowly but surely been increasing over the past couple of laps. Moritz is starting to soak up a bit of pressure here from Ryan, but he's not catching Craig at all. Craig is just keeping it really nice and clean. His lap times are great, consistent lap times. Currently his delta's a bit down here, but let's follow him through the last cluster and we'll see what he does on this lap. Almost 15 seconds ahead of Moritz. He's almost got a free pit stop at this pace. Oh, we got a change back there. Zander Klingen and Pretorius have swapped positions. Craig Hunter goes over the line. It's a 1:36.5. That's his pace. And the other guys are doing low 1:36s and high 1:37s. Here comes Ryan and Malherbe ahead of him. Zander. Oh, Ryan spinning into the pits. Back out the pits. Oh, that was close. Managed to keep it clean. And there goes Warwick Stewart. He moves up into third. 1:37.0. It's amazing. I have amazing luck as a broadcaster and TV cameraman controller to pick up the spins and the slides. It's not meant, and it's not the broadcaster's curse. No, it's just luck or unluck. Ryan's probably going to kick my you-know-what the next time he sees me because I caused him to spin there. Pretorius. Still chasing down. Oh yeah, Zander went past him just now, so Gerard must have had an issue somewhere. Kind of weaving around down a straight line. I don't know what he's doing here, but maybe the steering wheel's coming loose. Zander locking up a little bit there again. Oh, hang on, it's all going on again. Warwick Stewart, he's spun round, and Walker's gone past. So Rob Walker's passed him up into 4th place, and Ryan back up into 3rd. So poor old Warwick Stewart went from 3rd to 5th in that one corner. That was a bit of bad luck for him. I didn't see that happen. Just saw the position change happening. No one else on the YouTube channel. It's all good. Ryan, a 1:37.2. Rob, this will be a slow time. 1:37.6. Sorry, it'll be Warwick Stewart that'll have a slow time for the spin. And he's in the pits at 26 minutes. So he's taking an early gap here. We're going to stay with him as he goes into the pits. I don't know if we'll pick up the pit stop. Go on, forward. Okay, he's in the pits. And Donny Antipas has gone past him. Zanderklingen, and there he pulls out. Oh no, he hadn't stopped. No, he wasn't in the pits. Is he in it now? Hopefully that pit stop worked. Still on mediums, and he's on his way out the pits. "25 minutes to go of a 45-minute race, so he's a little bit ahead of the curve, possibly trying to undercut the drivers ahead of him, but hopefully that pit stop did work. He kind of missed his box and had to stop and start and pull ahead, so wasn't the fastest pit stop, but we'll see how he goes. Craig Hunter here, screaming out in the lead, 19 seconds ahead of Moritz. Moritz only just coming onto the start-finish straight and over the line now. Ryan Hill, not that far behind and trying to close down that gap, as you can see. Oh, also a little bit of a lock-up for Ryan here. Definitely closes up, as you can see. Got a change further back in the field. 2 changes. Zanderklingen and Pretorius. What is going on here? Oh, Andoni Antipas does a spin just before the last chicane. Zanderklingen's gone through. Oh, these tires are hot. Don't put your foot down too soon. Got to take it easy after a spin, Andoni. Baby it round this corner. Take it easy. And off you go. So, Warwick Stewart currently in 8th, and he can see Andoni right ahead of him. Andoni's going. Tires should be cooling down. Zander's gone all the way around the first set of corners, and he's chasing in 6th place, chasing Gerard Pretorius, who's now gone up into 5th place. There he is. He's only 4 seconds up the road, but the gap between those guys and Rob Walker is 35 seconds. Craig Hunter now is 21.5, nearly 22 seconds ahead of Moritz Malherbe. Ryan Hill's in the pits. Here comes a pit stop at 23 minutes. You've got to nail this now. Get into your box, do whatever you do, and get out. If you're going to do this quickly and make up positions. Pit stops are important. Did Ryan get it? He stopped there. That's about 4-5. That's about 4 to 5 seconds. That was a good pit stop. Rob Walker's also in, just behind him. I don't have a watch. I can't time these things, but I'm kind of guesstimating. This one's a bit longer. This is way longer than Ryan's. And off he goes. Who else is in the pits? Oh, that's my pace car. Right, so some changes. Walker, Pretorius. Oh, he just screams into the pits and in a puff of smoke. Okay, I think he's going to get a penalty here because that looked like a reset to pits. Warwick Stewart, he's just gone past Andoni. Andoni's coming into the pits. Okay, make sure of it. You've got to get in right to your box. We'll watch Andoni's pit stop here. Oh! Right at the end of the pit lane. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4 potato, 5. 5 seconds. And he's out. That wasn't bad. Brenner Ulifi in the pits. Let's see how long he's in here for. He stops. 3, 4. Yeah, 4.5. Looks like 4 to 5 seconds for a pit stop. Craig Hunter still to pit. Out on his own. Moritz 22.5 seconds back. He's on hards. Craig Hunter on mediums. Ryan Hill, who's pitted, is back on mediums. He's comfortably in 3rd and 22.5 seconds, but I think Moritz still has to pit. Yes. Then we've got Rob Walker, 18 seconds back. Oh, everyone's split quite a lot now. Zander, 1.8 seconds behind Rob Walker. There you can see him up the road. Warwick Stewart, 25 seconds back. Gerard Pretorius, 15 seconds back. Andoni Antipas, 9 seconds. And Renaud Ulifi, 26 seconds. So, big gaps. I think I want to watch, I want to see when Moritz comes in. Moritz Malherbe from second. And Craig Hunter. We'll see if Ryan is keeping his nose out of trouble here. It's coming up to lap Engelbrecht, I think it is. Oh, no, that wasn't Engelbrecht. That was Renaud Ulifi. So Ryan's lapped Renaud, who's in 9th place. Malherbe just went over the line. So he hasn't gone in yet. Ryan coming over the line shortly. That gap is now at, it's a 1:38.0, and I think that gap's just on 21 seconds at the moment. Sorry, 20 seconds, 20 and a half. Next in, I'm sure, will either be Craig Hunter or Moritz. It's now 19 minutes, so they're running quite a long stint here. Moritz's tyre should be good, but if he's trying to stretch I don't know if this is doable. I don't race these cars. If you can run a 45-minute race on one tank, I'm not too sure what the consumption's like here. Maybe some of the guys on the YouTube channel can confer, but I think those tyres would be hammered after a good 30 to 40 minutes. Zander Klingen in the pits. And out. So he's dropped back 2 positions to 6th. Warwick Stewart's gone past him. There he is up the road. And Moritz still goes on. Puts another lap on the board. 17 laps for Craig Hunter and Moritz. Ryan coming up to the start finish line, and he'll also go on to 17 laps. Everyone else further back on 16, with Stefanis and Renaud Ulifi 15 laps. A lap down. Klingen. Zander Klingen. Oops, 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 and oops. He's just had another spin. Tires are overheated, and he's just spun it again. So, Andoni Antipas has gone past him, and Gerard Pretorius. Just take it easy, Zander. These tires, when they get overheated, you can't drive these cars. You've got to take it easy. That's good. Just like that. You tiptoe through the corner and get the temps down as soon as you can, and don't respin it. Engelbrecht in the pits. This is a have to pit after his emergency pit for getting stuck earlier. So Pretorius, he goes over the line. 1:39.3. Andoni Antipas coming over the line now, doing a 1:40. So he might have been nearby or involved in that spin with Zander. I'm not too sure. He did a 2:28. As Malherbe comes over the line, a 1:38.1, definitely slower on his pace. Everyone's coming out the pits, and ahead of him, who is that? He's lapping Renaud Ulifi, I think it is. No? It's not Walker. Andoni, I'm not too sure now. Zander. Antipas is just ahead of him by 3 seconds. And then further up the road, 16 seconds, is Gerard Pretorius. On board here with Moritz. Oh, look here, we've got Craig Hunter in the pits. Here comes our leader for his first pit stop. So this will be as quick as lightning, I'm sure. We'll watch. Moritz is going past. He's coming down the straight. It was a quick stop. Okay, here's Moritz onto the start-finish straight. So Craig's gone into the pits and come out without losing a position. That's how big that gap was. So we got Moritz to pit, with Ryan making that gap smaller at 18.5 seconds in third place. So when Moritz comes in, that's going to be the dice for second place. And that's going to be on the next lap or two, I'm convinced. Ryan does a 1:37.1. He's doing good pace, good consistency, keeping it clean, not sliding, and closing the gap. So if Moritz, who's doing 1:38s and 1:39s, doesn't pit soon for some new boots and some fuel, this gap's going to close even further. Rob Walker, yeah, in fourth place. This is a lap back marker he's going past. It was Rainer Ulifi in 10th. So Rob Walker in 4th, all on his own. Warwick Stewart a good 35.5 seconds behind and sliding around that corner behind Rob. So this gap is monster. And Pretorius just going over the line with Antipas just behind him. They're only 2.5 seconds apart between Gerard Pretorius and Antipas. There you can see the gap. Antipas locking up on the front a bit. Ryan now the gap down to 17.5 seconds. We'll watch him from our blimp camera, helicopter camera up in the air. Through turn 1 and turn 2, and then this long sweeping right-hander keeps the car close to the inside and middle of the track, runs wide on the exit, brakes coming in for turn 4, onto the apex, late apex, drifts out right to left, takes a sharp turn in, and then down the hill towards the quick left right. 17.4 seconds behind Malherbe. Moritz is going to be in shortly. It's a very important braking point in the middle sector as they go into this pole section. Oh, runs a little bit wide there, brings it back across for the last left right through the chicane and onto the start finish line. That gap at 15.7 seconds. There's Moritz off the main straight, so it's a straight difference. Ryan does a 1:37.3. The gap's 15 seconds with 11.5 minutes to go. Moritz is seriously leaving this pit stop right until the last moment, and I think it's going to hurt him. I think Ryan will pass him for second place. His performance is, unless he's trying to go to the end. That could be what's going on. Chat's gone a bit quiet on the YouTube channel. Can't get any confirmation there, but maybe he is. Maybe he's going for a... He's running wide. Maybe he's going for a no-stopper. We'll find out soon. It's just under 11 minutes of this race left. He's currently on lap 21. This should be around a 31, 30 or 30, 32 lap race. As we watch him come through the last final corners here, is he going to peel off? No, still not. So Moritz staying out there, and that gap from Ryan now 14.5 seconds. It was well over 22 seconds a few laps back, so Ryan definitely going quicker. Moritz struggling with the grip now, but he might be trying to do this on one stop with a shed load of fuel on board. And looking down the timing zones, everyone else doing more or less standard times. There's huge gaps amongst everyone. And Donny, he is 7 seconds back behind Gerard Pretorius. And Donny Antipas in 7th place. 4 seconds back we've got Zander Klingen. You'll see Andoni there just ahead. There's also a lapping car in between the two of them. I think that's Reina Willifier, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's not. It'll be somebody else. Zander sending it in 8th place, trying to close down the gap to Andoni. Yeah, and Donny's another car up the road, so there's somebody else in between them here. It's Moritz. Moritz has lapped them, so that's Andoni further ahead. This is Moritz, and behind Moritz is Zander Klingen here. Yes. So Moritz onto lap 23, Zander lap 22, he's a lap down, so Moritz has lapped him. Little puff of smoke there. Hill, Ryan, 137, 12.2 seconds back now. Here he is coming into turn 1 and 2 and on his way. So just round the next 2 corners is Moritz. And the time at 8 minutes left in this race, so it's going to be close. Maybe Moritz is going to do like a last lap in and out dash. I don't know if it's a compulsory pit stop. I don't know. We shall see. Doesn't take the pit lane onto the start finish straight, goes past for another lap, does a 138.4, and here comes Ryan, 11.5 seconds back on a 137.5, definitely closing the gap with 6 minutes and 40 seconds of this race left. He's 11 seconds back, and he's looking up the road to try and see Moritz ahead of him. Moritz on the hard compound tyre, as well as Zander Klingen. They're the only drivers on hards. Everyone else in the race running mediums at the moment. nearest kind of race on the track. And Doni Antipas, who is 6.5 seconds behind Gerard Pretorius, a little bit further up the road there. Gerard Pretorius here. Oh, he locks up into the chicanes. So he's taken the last one. There he is, just ahead. So Doni's closed that gap down now. Down to 5.5, probably more when they get to the line. 5.4. Pretorius did a 139.8, and Doni does a 138.3. 1.5 seconds quicker, so that gap will have closed a little bit. There you can see him ahead. Moritz Malerba a 141.0. He's definitely slowing down. Ryan a 136. There he is. You can now see Moritz officially with 5 minutes to go. This is going to be an interesting push to see if he can get to the end. Rob Walker 136.6. 14 seconds back behind Ryan Hill here in 4th place. Doing well for him. In 5th place, Warwick Stewart. He's a good 38 seconds further back from Rob Walker, coming over the line shortly. The gap down to 6.2 seconds now. When we go around this corner, Ryan will be able to see Moritz up the road in the braking point. There he is. That is 5.7 seconds. He's closing it down at between half to a second every sector. There's Moritz going around the top corner. He's now the gap 6 seconds. Moritz going through the chicanes. There ahead. Here comes Ryan. Needs to get a clean drive through here. Great stuff. Carry that speed down onto the straight. His delta's only 2.5 tenths down. So good, consistent lap times. 137.0. That gap is now down to 6 seconds. Didn't change much there. Moritz maybe managing this. 3 minutes to go. This is Moritz. Looking back now. Just on 3 minutes to go, and Ryan is just coming around that corner, so he's not far back. It's 5 seconds, 5.4 seconds. There he is. In the braking point, sharp, hard left. Must be sweating now. He's seriously feeling the pressure. You can see Ryan back there, and this car has got to be tired. Going through the chicane. Nails a second. There's Ryan. Oh, he's close. It's under 4 seconds. Onto the start finish line. There's Ryan. That's the gap. And Moritz is coming up to traffic in front of him. This is not going to help his cause at all. This is gonna throw a spanner in the works. Right, 1.5 minutes left of this race. And there's slow traffic ahead. And Ryan is getting there. He's still 4 seconds back. It's on board with Moritz. Oh, the traffic's just gone straight on. Moritz got lucky there. It's round that corner. Ryan, there he comes round it as well. Gaps at 4 seconds. It's static. They're going to have 2 more laps. Yes, I beg your pardon, a lap. 1 more lap after this by the looks of it. Craig Hunter onto the onto his second last lap. So there's still 2 more laps here. Ryan can do this. Gap's down to 3.8 seconds. I can confirm for sure. I know Ryan as well, and he'll also be sweating buckets because he's driving hard to get up to second, and he knows it's just up ahead of him there. You can see it. It's 3.5 seconds now. So, oh, and he spins. Oh, Ryan. That was that. With no more time on the board, that was his last chance, and he spins it on turn 1. That will let Moritz can actually breathe some now. Craig Hunter, 37 seconds ahead. Here he is. Coming through the cluster, the complex. Last left right through the chicane. It's been an awesome skill drive by Craig. Very well done. Right, final lap. No, done. That was the final lap. Moritz. He's just got to get around these corners without doing something silly. Yeah, he's backed it off completely. He's just taking it to the end. His delta's down to 2.4 seconds. He skips the second right-hander. The car must have nothing left as far as tyres goes. And he's rolling over the start-finish line. Great second place for Moritz. Ryan Hill over the line, 3rd place. That's how close it was. Well done, gentlemen. Here we can see the driver's second. Ooh, somebody flew past there. Yeah, be very careful. Rob Walker over the line in 4th. Here's Warwick Stewart coming through the complex, driving himself to a great 5th place result. Somebody locking up ahead of him. It could be Antipas, I'm not sure. We'll just follow Warwick Stewart over the line, and he gets a 5th place. It's 29 laps. Well done. Hero Pretorius, yeah, finished. That's it. So that's how they finished. Hunter, Malherbe, Hill, Walker, Stewart, Pretorius, Antipas, Klingen, Engelbrecht and Ulifi. That's it, ladies and gents. Thanks for joining me this evening. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. It was there were some incidents and there were some good races. We shall catch up again in 2 weeks' time. Thank you.